How can you be so certain that your significant other isn't being unfaithful? It's a bold question, isn't it? But let's face it, trust is the bedrock of any relationship. It's the silent promise that holds two hearts together. Yet we can't ignore the fact that infidelity does exist, casting a long dark shadow on many relationships around the world. This video isn't about sowing seeds of doubt or fostering unnecessary suspicion. No, our aim is to equip you with the tools to either affirm the trust you have in your partner or provide clarity if you're feeling uncertain. It's about understanding, not accusing. It's about knowing, not guessing. It's about peace of mind, not paranoia. So, with an open mind, let's delve into this sensitive topic. So here are the top 10 ways to determine if your partner might be cheating. Starting off at number 10, watch out for significant changes in behavior. This could be a sudden shift in daily routines or habits. Perhaps your partner has started waking up earlier than usual, or they've developed a newfound love for late-night gym sessions. Maybe they've picked up a new hobby that seems out of character, or they've suddenly become a workaholic, spending more hours at the office than ever before. Attitudinal changes can also be a red flag. If your normally cheerful significant other has become unusually moody or irritable, or if they're showing an unexplained lack of interest in things they used to enjoy, it could be a sign of something amiss. However, it's important to remember that people change over time, and it's not unusual for someone's habits or attitudes to evolve. So, while these changes can sometimes be a sign of infidelity, they can also be completely innocent. Remember, these changes can sometimes be innocent, so don't jump to conclusions. At number 9, we have unusual phone habits. One of the most common signals of a potentially unfaithful partner can be a sudden change in their relationship with their phone. It might feel like they've become inseparable from their device, even in situations where they would normally go device-free. Maybe they've started taking calls in private, or they're deleting their text messages more frequently. Perhaps they've increased their phone security with new passcodes or patterns you're not privy to. Or you might notice an influx of calls or texts from unfamiliar numbers. Remember, these changes don't necessarily mean your partner is cheating. They could be dealing with something personal or work-related. But if you notice this behavior combined with other signs on this list, it could be a red flag. Again, these signs are not definite proof, but they can be cause for concern. Number 8 on our list is emotional distance. There's a profound connection that binds two individuals in a relationship. It's an emotional bond, an invisible thread that keeps the love alive. But what happens when that connection starts to wane? When the person you once shared your deepest thoughts and feelings with suddenly seems indifferent or detached? This could be a sign that something's amiss. An emotionally distant partner can be a red flag, indicating a possible infidelity. It's like they are physically present, but their mind and heart are miles away. Their responses to your feelings or thoughts might seem uninterested or uncaring. They might appear aloof or unresponsive to your needs. But remember, emotional distance doesn't always mean infidelity. It could also be due to stress or other personal issues. The key is communication. If you notice your partner becoming emotionally distant, it's important to communicate about it. Coming in at number 7 is a sudden defensive attitude. When your partner becomes unusually defensive or argumentative, it could be a sign that something is amiss. This behavior is often driven by guilt. They may feel cornered or under scrutiny, and their instinctive reaction is to defend themselves. In conversations, they might take offense more easily or turn minor issues into major arguments. This defensiveness can manifest in different ways. It might be a sharp tone, a quick temper, or a reluctance to discuss certain topics. They may be quick to deflect blame or avoid answering questions directly. A change in your partner's attitude towards conflict can be alarming and confusing. But remember, this doesn't automatically mean they're cheating. It could be a sign of other issues, such as stress or personal problems. However, if this defensive attitude is out of character and coupled with other signs, it's worth paying attention to. Remember, communication is key. If your partner's defensiveness is causing issues, it's important to address it. Number 6 on our list is a sudden influx of new friends. It's always great to see our significant others expanding their social circles, right? But what if these new friends seem to pop up out of nowhere, and your partner is spending an unusual amount of time with them, especially those you haven't had the chance to meet? This could be a sign of something more than just friendship brewing. Suddenly, there are new names in their stories, new inside jokes you don't understand, and new experiences you weren't a part of. It doesn't necessarily mean there's an affair, but it's worth keeping an eye on. especially if your partner seems secretive about these new relationships. Now, don't get us wrong, it's perfectly healthy and normal for couples to have separate friends. But when there's sudden secrecy involved around these new friendships, it might raise some eyebrows. While it's healthy to have separate friends, sudden secrecy around new friends can be a red flag. At number 5, we have a lack of intimacy. Intimacy, both physical and emotional, is a key component of any healthy relationship. It acts like the glue that binds two individuals together. So, when there's a sudden decrease in this intimacy, it could be a red flag. This doesn't just mean a decrease in physical affection or sexual activity, but also includes emotional closeness. Perhaps your partner seems distant, less interested in sharing their thoughts, feelings, or day-to-day experiences with you. However, it's crucial to remember that changes in intimacy levels don't always equate to infidelity. Stress, health issues, or personal troubles can also lead to a dip in intimacy. It's always best to approach this issue with understanding and open communication. Try to talk to your partner about these changes without making accusations. It's important to communicate about changes in intimacy, as it could be a symptom of other issues as well. Number 4 on our list is frequent unexplained absences. It's part and parcel of life that we all have commitments, appointments, and personal time that may keep us away from our partner. However, when these absences become frequent, unexplained, or unaccounted for, it might be a sign that something is amiss. Imagine your partner consistently disappearing for hours at a time, unreachable on their phone, only to return with vague explanations or none at all. It's even more concerning when these absences coincide with times your partner used to spend with you. It's crucial to distinguish between a busy schedule and a pattern of unexplained absences. Everyone has the right to their personal time, and we all need space now and then. However, if the absences are frequent, unexplained, and coupled with other signs we've discussed, you might want to address it. Remember, everyone needs personal time, but frequent unexplained absences could be cause for concern. Coming in at number 3 is secretive behavior. A sudden increase in secrecy can be a significant sign of infidelity. Imagine this. Your partner, who used to share the details of their day, now waves off questions with vague responses. Or perhaps they've started making plans without you, or they're spending more time alone. This isn't about a need for personal space, which we all require from time to time, but rather a distinct shift in their openness. If you notice your partner guarding their phone more closely, or if they're spending long hours online without explanation, these could be signs of secretive behavior. Remember, it's not about policing your partner or invading their privacy, but about noticing changes in behavior that could point to a bigger issue. Transparency is key in any relationship, and when that starts to fade, it can raise a red flag. If your partner is suddenly very secretive, it might be time to have a serious discussion. Number 2 on our list is sudden changes in personal appearance. When your partner starts to become more concerned about their looks, especially when they are stepping out without you, it could signal that something is amiss. Now, we're not talking about them wanting to look good or stay in shape. That's normal and healthy. But if they've never been bothered about their wardrobe before and suddenly they're sporting designer brands, or if they've never cared about their physique and suddenly they're hitting the gym every day, something might be up. It's especially noteworthy if these changes coincide with them spending more time away from home. And if they're making these efforts, but you're not the one they're dressing up for, that's a potential warning sign. While it's great to care about appearance, sudden changes can sometimes be a red flag. And finally, at number 1, we have your gut feeling. Sometimes the most potent sign isn't something you can see or touch. It's something you feel. You know your partner better than anyone else. You're familiar with their habits, their quirks, their moods. So when something feels off, it's probably not just your imagination. Your gut instinct is an incredibly reliable tool. It's an accumulation of subtle cues and changes that your conscious mind might not register, but your subconscious picks up on. It's like a sixth sense tuned into the rhythms of your relationship. If it's sounding an alarm, don't ignore it. However, it's important not to jump to conclusions. Your gut feeling is a signal to pay attention, not a verdict. If something feels off, it's worth investigating, but do it with an open mind and a calm heart. Trust your intuition, but remember, communication with your partner is vital. So there you have it, the top 10 signs that your partner might be cheating. We've broken down the significant changes in behavior, unusual phone habits, emotional distance, and defensive attitudes. We've talked about new mysterious friends, a lack of intimacy, frequent unexplained absences, and secretive behavior. We've also discussed changes in personal appearance and, of course, that gut feeling. However, it's crucial to remember that these signs are not a roadmap to guilt. They're potential red flags to be aware of, but they're not definitive proof. They're indicators that communication might need to be opened up, not weapons for accusations. The cornerstone of any relationship is trust. It's crucial to foster and maintain this trust through open and honest communication. If you're feeling unsure or insecure, talk to your partner about your feelings. And if things still don't feel right, don't hesitate to seek professional help. Remember, these signs are not definitive proof. Always communicate with your partner and seek professional help if necessary. Trust is the foundation of any relationship, and it's important to cultivate and preserve it.